In a world of cookie-cutter stars, this firecracker female rapper dared to be unique. She is Onika Tanya Mirage, better known as the one and only Nicki Minaj, the reigning queen of rap. Inhabiting both the world of perky dance pop and gritty gangster rap, she has carved out a space for herself in a male-dominated industry. Beating all the odds and with over 15 years in the game, it doesn't look like Nicki Minaj will leave her throne anytime soon. Throughout her career, she has dominated the charts and headlines with her undeniable talent and vibrant personality, attracting an army of devoted fans. From the mean streets of Queens, New York, to the heady heights of rap superstardom, the story of Nicki Minaj is one for the books.
It's a lot of pressure. You don't want to let anybody down, so people put so much into you. It's kind of like investing into a stock. So it's like you don't want to cause them to lose.
Long before she became known as Nicki Minaj, Onika Tanya Mirage was born in 1982 in the Caribbean. Her father is Robert Mirage, who worked as a financial executive. Her mother, Carol Mirage, was a foreign exchange teller and gospel singer. When Minaj was young, her mother immigrated to the United States. She lived with her grandmother in St. James, Trinidad, Tobago, with her 11 cousins and older brother. Her mother sent for her and her brother when Onika was just 5, moving them into her house in South Jamaica, Queens, New York. She is the second oldest alongside 2 brothers and 2 sisters.
And I'm first of all, I'm a proud immigrant. And I came to America, when I came to America, shout out to my country, Trinidad. When I came to America, I wanted to see America. I thought I'd be living in this big castle. But unfortunately, my mother, my parents didn't have it like that. So, humble beginnings.
Minaj had a troubled and traumatic childhood. Her father had problems with alcoholism and was addicted to crack cocaine. In 1987, his substance-fueled, violent temper led to him burning down their Trinidad and Tobago family house. In New York, it was soon realized that young Onika had a keen ear for music and played the clarinet in her middle school band. With a natural flair for performance, her interest led her to successfully audition for LaGuardia High School, a prestigious hub for the arts. When she graduated, Minaj had her hopes set on being an actress. She was cast in an off-Broadway play, but her career wasn't taking off. She worked several odd jobs, being fired from a Red Lobster in the Bronx for poor customer service. Although her fiery attitude didn't translate so well to service jobs, her ferociousness would soon become her superpower. Nicki was always determined to rise above her circumstances and prove her skills to the world. In her teenage years, Nicki would be a fan of hip-hop artists such as Jay-Z and Foxy Brown. She began to take on backup singing roles for local New York rappers including full force. Armed with a pen and a fierce rapping game, Nicki soon became a key figure in New York's thriving rap scene. She began rapping in a foursome called the Hood Stars, which was made up of 7-Up, Lou Dollar Star, and Scarf Breezy. In 2004, the Hood Stars recorded the song Don't Mess With, which was a contribution to a compilation album from the WWE entitled Theme Addict, WWE The Music. Minaj soon left the Hood Stars and began writing her own solo material. Her undeniable raw talent, sharp wit, and killer flow meant she was eventually discovered by the Dirty Money CEO, Fendi. Fendi came across Minaj's MySpace page, loved what he heard, and signed her to his label. That connection led Minaj to Lil Wayne, one of the biggest heavyweights in hip-hop. Lil Wayne will collaborate with her on a series of mixtapes, the first of which, Playtime Is Over, was released in April 2007. Subsequent mixtapes like Sucker Free in 2008 and Beam Me Up Scotty in 2009 blew up New York's underground rap scene, positioning Minaj at the forefront of the cutting edge. She presented herself as self-assured with out-front style. In 2009, she signed with Lil Wayne's label, Young Money Entertainment, becoming its first ever female artist. Lil Wayne has backed Nicki from the very beginning, calling her an icon who has reached far beyond anything I would have imagined. She will go down as one of the best to do it in the history of music.
You are beautiful. I've never had a chance to meet you.
Yeah, thank you.
Now tell me, how does it feel? Like, to really be plucked from doing what you were doing to now being poised to be one of the #1 female rappers in the game. What's that pressure feel like?
Oh God, it feels insane, but it's exciting, and I'm grateful that the people have chosen me to be that person.
Now tell me, in your opinion, as being a female hip hop artist, why has yet there been a female artist to take this game away from the men?
Because when girls dare to be different, they're judged so much, way more than the boys.
After her string of buzzy mixtape drops and features, anticipation had built up around Minaj's debut album. It was due for release in autumn 2010. In April 2010, she released her first single, Massive Attack, followed by Your Love. 2 months later, she won Best Hip Hop Female at the annual BET Awards. She dedicated the award to Lil Wayne. Her verse on Kanye West's 2000 single, Monster, was critically acclaimed and contributed significantly to her popularity. Many critics said she has the best verse in the song.
Yeah, I'm in that Tonka color of Willie. You could be the king, but watch the queen. First things first, then I'ma start rocking gold. Cause that's what a mother-loving monster do. He is dressed up for Milan, that's the monster do. Monster Giuseppe here, that's the monster crew. Young Money is the roster and the monster crew. And I'm all up in the with the funny face. And if I'm fake, let me get this straight, babe. I ain't never geek, but my features in my show 10 times.
This feature has gone down in history as one of the best ever and as Nicki's finest guest appearance. Her verse on Monster garnered instant respect from her peers and solidified her place in the runnings for hip-hop royalty. It is widely thought that Minaj's verse was superior to West himself, who was seen as the most important pop rapper at that time. Complex rated the verse as the #1 best rap verse in the past 5 years. For someone at the beginning of her career, Minaj carried herself with a confident swagger and showed off her rapping finesse. Her debut studio album, Pink Friday, was released that November and was promoted with 8 singles from it. It went triple platinum and received positive reviews. Nicki's debut album took the music industry by storm, blending rap and pop to create infectious hooks and razor-sharp lyrics.
The first album I had Eminem, Kanye West, Rihanna, Lil Wayne, will.i.am. Who does that on their first album? No one, you know? So people are like expecting me now to get, you know,
Jesus.
Lord Savior.
Yeah.
Moment for Life was released as the 4th single from Pink Friday shortly after the album's release, followed by the internationally successful single, Super Bass.
This one is for the boys with the booming system. Top down AC with the coolest system. When he come up in the club, he be blazing up. Got stacks on deck like he's saving up. And he ill, he real, he might got a deal. He pop bottles and he got the right kind of bill. He cold, he dope, he might sell coke. He always in the air, but he never fly couch. He a motherfucking drip drip, seller of the strip strip. When he make a drip drip, kiss him on a lip lip. That's the kind of dude I was looking for.
Super Bass was the bubblegum pop sleeper hit that propelled Nicki's career to the stratosphere. It brought a new kind of rap to the mainstream through its addictive pre-chorus and hook. It also paved the way for the dance pop direction she would later embark on. Super Bass remains one of Nicki Minaj's most loved songs. On Pink Friday, it wasn't just Nicki's clever double entendres and humorous rhymes that caught the public attention. It was also her bombastic, outlandish style. At this time in her career, Minaj found inspiration from the world-famous Harajuku district in Tokyo, Japan.
But all I wanted to do was go to Tokyo. And so I went to Tokyo, and I'll never forget, I went, you know, I was so obsessed with the Harajuku culture. And I met the girls down there, and they were dressed like me. And I went back to my hotel and cried, because I couldn't believe that I couldn't understand a word that girls were saying, but there was a universal language we both spoke, and that was fashion, and that was hair, and that was makeup, and, you know, all those fun things.
She sported a bright rotation of rainbow-colored wigs. She told Hype Hair magazine that color makes me happy. It really excites me. I am a very visual person, and when I look in the mirror and I see green or I see pink, it does something to my attitude. It makes me feel positive.
But I think from the outside, when people don't get to know me and they don't know how layered I am and they don't really know my music and they just see someone that's dressing, you know, crazy, they think, oh, you're this one or you're that, well, you're trying to be this one, but I'm just doing me.
As a rising artist, Nicki would also introduce several personas that she would inhabit while rapping. In her mixtapes, this would often be Nicki Lewinsky, a reference to Monica Lewinsky, who was the mistress of U.S. President Bill Clinton. When Nicki Lewinsky is on the track, expect to hear sexual and tough bars. Another notable alter ego that Nicki would first use in Monster was that of Roman Zelensky, often saying he is a demon inside her, whose character she assumes when she is angry. Roman has often been compared to Eminem's alter ego, Slim Shady. The bonkers song, Roman's Revenge, sees Roman and Slim Shady face each other head-on in an energetic collaboration between Minaj and Eminem. In November 2010, Minaj assumed the alter ego Nicki Teresa, wearing a colorful headdress and calling herself Healer to her fans. She introduced another alter ego, Rosa, pronounced with an exaggerated R, to commemorate her December 2010 appearance on Lopez Tonight.
And she is? Nicki, who is that?
Her name is Rosa.
Rosa! Rosa!
But you have to say it like, you have to really roll it long. Pause. You have to say, Rosa.
Due to her difficult upbringing and her parents' frequent fighting during her childhood, Minaj lived through the characters she created as a means of escape. She recalled that fantasy was my reality. Her style, music, and confident persona set Nicki apart from everything else in the industry, marking her as a true and exciting original to watch. Nicki Minaj's unapologetic self-confidence and unique style has earned her a legion of devoted fans that she affectionately calls her Barbs.
Now put your number twos in the air. Let's go. All these bitches is my sons. And I'ma go and get some bibs for 'em, a couple formulas.
In the early 2010s, there was an electronic dance music boom. Minaj became a leader in this particular sound, going toe-to-toe with the pop stars of the era. At the 2012 Super Bowl halftime show, Minaj performed alongside Madonna. Soon after the appearance, Minaj would drop her album, Pink Friday, Roman Reloaded. The record proved to be a commercial hit, reaching the top of the pop, R&B, and rap charts.
I felt like this one I was so much more like seasoned. And, so I created an album with like all of the different facets of my personality. So you got the hard stuff from, Queen's Girl, and you got like the dance records like Pound the Alarm that Red One did, which I was so excited to do. And then you have, I think it's like a billion times better than my first album. And it's just because I'm more confident and, I didn't really, I just went for it. I didn't change stuff. I didn't, go crazy and redo my verses a billion times. I was just like, you know what? This is who I am right now. Take it or leave it.
The booming dance track Starships was the first breakout single.
Let's go to the beach, each, let's go get a wave. They say what they gonna say. Have a drink, clink, found a Bud Light. Bad bitches like me, it's hard to come by.
Pound the Alarm soon followed, as did Va Va Voom.
For the Reloaded tour in October, oh my God, it's just bigger, 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 bigger. Obviously, we're gonna, the set is gonna be on steroids. All of the things that I love when I go and see a tour, the lights and the backdrops and the video contents and the dancers. This is like every little girl's dream come true. I mean, I never imagined that I would be doing a show in the middle of Times Square and these people would be singing every lyric.
The album received mixed reviews. Minaj's departure into full mainstream pop was criticized by some, despite her commercial success. The same year, Minaj became the first solo female rapper to perform at the Grammy Awards. She performed her song, Roman Holiday, unleashing her alter ego, Roman Zelensky. The theatrical performance was controversial due to its themes of religious exorcism and received backlash from the Catholic Church. In March 2012, Minaj moved into the world of competition reality TV, making a guest appearance as a judge on American Idol. She showed off her charisma on the panel, but also ruffled feathers of fellow judge Jennifer Lopez. To make room for her at the judges' table, she tells J-Lo to scoot over a little bit. The exchange led to rumors of a potential feud between Minaj and Lopez. Minaj would dismiss these claims and was later invited back as a permanent judge on the show.
I caught the face that J-Lo made.
J-Lo
right
gave you
here.
side-eye. Look at that.
She gave you crazy side-eye.
Well, I ain't gonna say nothing to J-Lo right about now, but the kid gonna be back on that show, J-Lo.
Yeah.
However, when back on the screen, Nicki had noticeable friction with Mariah Carey, who was also judging. The pair would openly argue during the show's early auditions. With her next album, released in 2014, The Pink Print, Minaj noticeably took on a more subdued, pared-back appearance. She was seen less and less in bright wigs and flamboyant styles, instead wearing her hair natural, paired with more minimalist and luxurious silhouettes.
I think once I have music, I do tend to try to dress like the music, but I think recently I've just been doing a lot of toned back looks and keeping it more chic, more grown and sexy.
The album similarly signaled a departure from the electronic dance pop that defined Roman Reloaded. Instead, the album saw Nicki go back to her hip-hop roots. Nicki also broke it off with her longtime boyfriend, Safari Samuels, in this era, inspiring songs on the album. The album's star-studded feature list included Beyoncé, Chris Brown, Ariana Grande, and Drake. It went double platinum, and in 2016, she won the Best Female Hip Hop Artist Award at the BET Awards for the 7th consecutive time. Ice-T stated, "Minaj's rapping style, she does her thing. She has her own way of doing it. She has an ill vocal delivery. She reminds me of a female Busta Rhymes, like how she throws her voice in different directions." The Conversation described Minaj as a preeminent female rapper, and that she has consistently straddled the distinct personas of a gangster boss and sexy pop siren without truly committing to either, and that her chameleonic ability matches some of rap's most verbose, witty, filthy, and pop-friendly stars such as Eminem and Lil Wayne. When Anaconda was released as the second single from The Pink Print, it was a cultural phenomenon. The song showcases all of Nicki Minaj's strengths and controversial appeal. The track uses a sample from Sir Mix-a-Lot's 1992 track, Baby Got Back, weaving it into a self-empowerment anthem. Unapologetically sexual, the song, video, and single artwork all embrace the size matters ethos, and it went viral almost immediately.
My Anaconda don't want none unless you got buns, hun.
Oh my gosh.
The video broke the 24-hour streaming record on Vivo by accumulating 19.6 million views on the first day. However, not everyone was so impressed with the song. Critics called it degrading to women and promoted immorality to young girls. On the flip side, many saw the video as Nicki Minaj asserting her power as a sexual subject. Regardless, Anaconda was placed at number 2 on MTV's Best Songs of 2014. Nicki's talents extend beyond her music career. Using her acting skills she honed at her time at LaGuardia, Nicki acted in The Other Women alongside Cameron Diaz.
How terrifying is Nicki Minaj in real life?
Oh my God, not at all. She's so lovely. She's the sweetest. She came to our set and she was so fantastic. She was so prepared. She was so dynamic. She delivered literally like this, like immediately. She just delivered. And we were like, right on. And she was so sweet and she was so humble and really just, she had come from, flown in the night before from some award show, went straight to set, got ready and came to set. Like she was all business. Yeah, she was amazing.
She later received a Teen Choice Awards 2016 nomination for her role in Barbershop, The Next Cut. She has fronted several endorsement deals and advertising campaigns, including MAC Cosmetics, Adidas Originals, and Pepsi, and she has her own fragrance line. Despite all her other projects, music is still Minaj's big focus. She would feature on a handful of singles in 2017, and with the simultaneous release and successes of No Frauds, Regretting Your Tears, and Changed It, she took over the record for most entries on the Billboard Hot 100 by a female artist, a mark previously held by Aretha Franklin. After a short hiatus following the release of Regretting Your Tears, Minaj burst back onto the music scene in April 2018 with the two back-to-back singles, Chun-Li and Barbie Tings.
Yo, I been on, bitch, you been con. Bentley tints on, Fendi prints on. I mean, I been storm, X-Men been formed. He keep on dialing Nicki like the Prince on. I been on, bitch, you been con. Bentley tints on, Fendi prints on. Hey, yo, I been off, Laura been Croft. Place say Chung-Li, drop the bins off. Oh, I get it. They painted me out to be the bad guy. Well, it's the last time you're gonna see a bad guy do the rap game like me.
It would be the first taste of her forthcoming album titled Queen. A clear throwback to the kind of mid-90s swagger she grew up on, Minaj introduces another alter ego, Chun-Li, into her arsenal, named after the ass-kicking Street Fighter video game character. Over a hypnotic saxophone line and head-nodding beat, Minaj delivers one of her most quotable singles yet. Upon debuting second on the Billboard 200, Minaj expressed frustration and criticized several people in a series of tweets, including Travis Scott, whose album Astroworld claimed the top spot for a second week in a row, blocking Queen from the top spot. Minaj claimed that Travis Scott sold shirts, merchandise, and ticket passes for an unannounced tour to boost his album sales. Queen received generally positive reviews, though some critics took issue with the album's length and lyrical content. Rolling Stone wrote that Queen brings a new Minaj character, the regal, haughty monarch, a woman who insists on sword-sharpened rhymes as a prerogative for excellence. Queen is seen as a true Nicki Minaj hip-hop album that additionally combined elements of trap, reggae, dancehall, and pop. A standout track, which displayed Nicki reclaiming the throne of hip-hop after her foray into dance pop, would be the track Barbie Dreams, a reimagining of the controversial Notorious B.I.G. song Just Playing Dreams. Minaj's Barbie Dreams playfully subverts the narrative by instead name-dropping several male figures in the music industry.
I used to a young thug, I ain't interested in this. Caught him in my dressing room, still undressed in. I used to get this dude with a list of testers in. How you want to can't stay your essence. Hey! Come on! Woo! But I'm hey! Come on! Hey! I'm just playing. Barbie! Hey! Come on!
Nicki has always been aware of her being in a previously thought to be male-dominated industry. In Barbie Dreams, Nicki is asserting her dominance with her tongue firmly in cheek. To support the Queen era, Nicki embarked on an ambitious tour with rapper Juice WRLD, aptly called the Nicki World Tour. The tour captivated audiences with her undeniable charisma and talent.
In the catalog, just did the deal, Mercedes Benz, check the catalog. I'm buying buildings, we don't buy the blog. The Nicki challenge when I fly to Prague. Cause I'm a sucker for you. Who want it with Nicki now? I smoke them like hippies now. They see me say yippee now. Homes running like Grippy now. They switching like sissies now. These is iffy now. Bitches who's switching up. We take them to Jiffy now.
She made a guest appearance at the 2019 Coachella Valley Music and Arts Festival during Ariana Grande's set and performed alongside her to their collaborations Side to Side and Bang Bang. However, she experienced technical difficulties with her earpiece. Later that month, Minaj parted ways with her longtime management team after a mutual agreement. Overall to Barb's and the broader public, the Queen era was a testament to Nicki Minaj's artistry. The album incorporated all the aspects of Nicki Minaj's career and growth so far.
If you want to do what I do, I work very, very hard. And I love to make my Barbs, aka my babies, happy.
After Queen, it felt like nothing could stop Nicki. She had solidified herself in hip-hop's Hall of Fame, claiming the throne as rightfully hers. However, she made a surprising announcement in 2019, revealing that she would be retiring from music to start a family. Fans were shocked, but after a decade of consistent output, it made sense that Nicki would need a break. The Barbs rallied around her and eagerly hoped for her return. Nicki's retirement was short-lived. The Queen never leaves the throne and will certainly not give it up. A couple months later, Nicki featured on P&B Rock's track Fendi with Murder Beats. In May 2020, Nicki announced she was pregnant with her first child by sharing a series of maternity photos on Instagram. Later that year, Nicki welcomed her son with her husband, Kenneth Petty. Since the release of Queen, Nicki has consistently collaborated with other artists on hit songs.
What's it like working with Nicki Minaj?
Oh, it's a dream, I tell you, a dream. She's so lovely. She's very supportive of us. We love her.
In June of 2020, Minaj and 6ix9ine released Trolls, which became their third collaboration. It debuted atop the Hot 100, becoming Minaj's second #1 single. Minaj, not shy of controversy, received backlash for this collaboration because of 6ix9ine's history of legal issues. American rapper Doja Cat featured Minaj on 2 remixes of her song, Say So. That week, the remix topped Billboard Hot 100, becoming Minaj's first single to reach #1 on the chart. The collaboration was also the first time that a song by 2 female rap artists reached the top, which became influential for other female rappers to work together in the future.
Shout out to all of the kick-ass women, not only in this room, but all around the world, who, you know what, we win and fail in the public eye. And that's not easy to do. People think they know what it requires. People think they could do it. Everybody wants to walk in your shoes until you put them in your shoes, and then it's like, oh, you know what I mean? So I wanna say congratulations to all the girls in this world who are strong, who are confident, and yes, we have insecure moments, and that's okay. But guess what? You do something that millions of people would never be able to do if they had the opportunity, because it takes guts, it takes balls.
She continued to appear as a featured artist on several songs into late 2020. Late November, Minaj announced a 6-part docuseries cataloging her life, set to premiere in 2021 on HBO Max. In a full circle moment, 2021 saw Minaj release a reissue of one of her first mixtapes, Beam Me Up Scotty. The reissue introduced her early work to a much larger audience. It let the public see both how far she has come and also her undeniable talent from day one. The reissue featured new tracks with guest appearances from artists like Lil Wayne and Drake. It was well received by critics and barbs. In 2022, Minaj released her hit single, Super Freaky Girl, sampling Rick James's 1981 song, Super Freak.
Hey girl, I can lick it, I can ride it while you slipping and sliding. I can do all them little tricks and keep the dick up inside it. You can smack it, you can grip it, you can go down and kiss it. And every time he leave me alone, he always tell me he miss it. He wanna
Super Freaky Girl feels like a companion song to Anaconda, driving the fans wild as a result. The song debuted at #1 in the US, becoming the first solo song by a female rapper to debut at #1 in the US in 22 years. As of 2023, Minaj is working on her much-anticipated 5th studio album. She described it as fun, gutter, and back to the basics. Known as one of the most legendary artists in the rap industry, Nicki Minaj has dominated the genre for years. She has topped lists as one of the most influential people globally and has had singles make it onto the Billboard Hot 100 on numerous occasions.
Okay, how you get your life more like Nicki Minaj? Work hard. If you want to do what I do, I work very, very hard. And I love to make my barbs, aka my babies, happy. And, you know, that's about it. Stay in school. Don't drop out and don't, you know, do silly things with boys and stuff. Just focus, girls.
Minaj is often called the Queen of Rap. She has been nominated for 10 Grammys throughout her decade-long career, earned a Guinness World Record in 2017 for most Billboard Hot 100 entries by a solo female artist, and achieved an outstanding 5 MTV Video Music Awards. Her career opened the doors for many other women looking to make a career in the rap game. Nicki Minaj is an icon of brash confidence and unapologetic self-belief. Defying her humble roots, she dared to dream bigger.
It's a lot of pressure. You don't want to let anybody down, you know, so people put so much into you. It's kind of like investing into a stock. So it's like you don't want to cause them to lose.
She's a walking exaggeration, outsized in sound, personality, and looks. And she's a rapid revolver, discarding old modes as quickly as adopting new ones. Throughout her career, she has proven time and time again that she earned her spot at the top. Often imitated, but never replicated, Nicki Minaj is truly one of a kind.